The WNBA has just turned up the heat, thanks to rookie sensation Caitlin Clark. Remember when we said she'd make waves? Well, she's not just making waves, she's creating a tsunami. Imagine this, Caitlin's out there, lighting up the scoreboard and energizing the crowd. But not everyone's thrilled about the Caitlin Clark show. During a game against the Seattle Storm, things got intense. WNBA veteran Skylar Diggins was so frustrated that she physically shoved Clark as she hyped up the crowd. And that's not all. Diggins later clashed with Christy Sides, repeatedly shouting, "Don't touch me!" It's clear that the Clark effect is real, and it's getting under some players' skin. But here's the twist. Despite all the drama, or maybe because of it, Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever are on fire. Let's dive into the details of this wild game against the Seattle Storm, because it was nothing short of thrilling. The Indiana Fever came out with an unstoppable energy in the first half, opening up a 28-point lead that made it look like they were playing on a different level entirely. And Caitlin Clark, she was simply on another level, ending the game with incredible stats. 23 points, 9 assists, and 5 rebounds. What's even more impressive is how she's elevating her entire team. Kelsey Mitchell had an outstanding performance too, racking up 27 points. The chemistry between Clark and Mitchell is unbelievable, like they've been playing together for years, not just a few months. And we can't forget about Lexi Hull, who came off the bench and was a revelation, nailing 6 out of 7 three-pointers and finishing with 22 points. This shows that the Fever have weapons beyond just Clark. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. The Storm made a strong push in the second half, cutting the lead to just 8 points. That's when we saw the true character of this Fever team. Instead of crumbling under pressure, Clark and her teammates remained composed. They tightened up their defense and dominated in the final quarter. The final score, 92-75 in favor of the Fever. This game proved that the Fever isn't just about Caitlin Clark. It's a well-rounded team with players who complement each other perfectly. With Clark leading the charge, they look poised to surprise many in the final stretch of the season. There's no doubt that Clark is changing the game. Since returning from the Olympic break, it's like she's found another gear. Her stats aren't just impressive for a rookie, they're veteran-level numbers, and that's rattling some established players in the league. The incident with Skylar Diggins isn't isolated. At the start of the season, Clark faced some tough, almost overly aggressive fouls from veteran players trying to give her a harsh welcome. But now, things have changed. Clark isn't just a promising rookie anymore, she's a serious threat. She's leading her team to the playoffs, breaking records, and most importantly, bringing a lot of attention to the WNBA. Whenever the Fever play, arenas are packed, and TV ratings are skyrocketing. Clark is doing what few others have done. She's making women's basketball a must-watch event. And this is stirring up some jealousy among veteran players who suddenly find themselves overshadowed by a 22-year-old rookie. The league needs to keep an eye on this growing tension. While it's exciting for fans, it could become dangerous. If Clark gets injured due to overly physical play, it would be a huge loss, not just for her and the Fever, but for the entire WNBA. The truth is, the league should be celebrating Clark. She's attracting new fans, increasing visibility, and raising the level of play. Instead of resentment, there should be admiration. But one thing's for sure, Caitlin Clark isn't backing down. She came to dominate, and that's exactly what she's doing. The more she shines, the more exciting the WNBA becomes. Now let's talk about something that has Fever fans overjoyed. The incredible chemistry between Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, and the surprise star, Lexi Hull. When Clark joined the Fever, many wondered how she'd fit in with Kelsey Mitchell, who was already the team's star. But what we're seeing on the court is pure magic. Clark and Mitchell are one of the most dynamic duos in the league right now, It's like they have a sixth sense for each other. Clark, with her exceptional court vision, is constantly finding Mitchell in perfect scoring positions. And Mitchell, she's making the most of every opportunity. We saw this in action against the Storm. The opposing defense was completely confused when these two were on the court together. But the biggest surprise of the night was Lexi Hull coming off the bench. Hull delivered a performance that left everyone in awe. 6 out of 7 three-pointers. That's almost flawless. This proves that Clark isn't just shining on her own. She's lifting the entire team's game. Hull, who used to be just a regular rotation player, now looks like an elite shooter when she's on the court with Clark. And let's not forget Aaliyah Boston. Although her numbers weren't explosive in this game, her presence in the paint is crucial. She gives Clark and Mitchell the confidence to be aggressive, knowing they have a solid defensive anchor. If the Fever continues to play like this, with Clark orchestrating the offense, Mitchell as a constant scoring threat, Hull surprising from the perimeter, and Boston dominating the paint, they won't just make the playoffs. They'll be a team that no one wants to face in the postseason. Who would have thought we'd be having this conversation? The Fever, who finished at the bottom of the standings last season, are now right in the thick of the playoff race. And it's no fluke. With this win over the Storm, the Fever improved their record to 13-15, putting them in 7th place overall. Remember, the top 8 teams make the playoffs. It's quite the turnaround. But what makes this playoff race even more thrilling is how the Fever are winning. They're not just squeaking by, they're dominating teams that were supposed to be superior. The remaining schedule for the Fever is crucial. Every game from here on out is like a playoff final, and with Clark leading the way, the Fever seem ready for the challenge. What's truly impressive is how the Fever are improving with each game. At the start of the season, they had moments of brilliance, mixed with rookie mistakes. Now they're playing with the confidence of a veteran playoff team. This year's WNBA playoffs promise to be one of the most exciting in recent memory. And a big part of that is due to the Indiana Fever, led by their extraordinary rookie being ready to make some noise. But now we need to talk about something that's got everyone buzzing: the intense battle for Rookie of the Year between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. This race is as thrilling as a playoff showdown. On one side, we have Caitlin Clark, who's redefining what it means to be a rookie in the WNBA. On the other, we have Angel Reese, who's dominating the boards and making history in her own right. Let's take a look at the stats. Clark is leading all rookies in points and assists per game. She's not just performing well, she's playing like an all-star veteran. Her 29 points and 10 assists against the Mercury are MVP numbers, not rookie numbers. But Angel Reese isn't far behind. She's leading all rookies in rebounds and has an impressive streak of 15 consecutive double-doubles. It's an amazing achievement for any player, let alone a rookie. She recently put up 19 points and grabbed 20 rebounds in a game against the Phoenix Mercury. What makes this competition even more fascinating is how Clark and Reese are impacting their teams. Both players are breaking records and bringing unprecedented attention to the league. Fever and Sky games are among the most watched of the season, and fans are eagerly anticipating the next one. In the end, this Rookie of the Year race could be one of the tightest in WNBA history. Both players have strong cases. If I had to pick right now, I'd say Clark has the edge. Her impact on the Fever's success, combined with her impressive stats and the attention she's drawing to the league, gives her the advantage. But one thing's certain, no matter who wins, the WNBA is the real winner. Speaking of winning, let's discuss something that has many fans dreaming big. Could Caitlin Clark lead the Indiana Fever to a WNBA title in her rookie year? It might sound far-fetched, but after what we've seen, who can say it's impossible? Think about it. Clark isn't your typical rookie. She's playing at a level that many all-star veterans have never reached. Her court vision, scoring ability, and most importantly, her winning mentality are traits you usually see in players with years of experience in the league. And it's not just Clark. The entire Fever team is evolving with each game. Kelsey Mitchell is playing the best basketball of her career. Sure, the road to the title is long and tough. There are more experienced and theoretically more talented teams in the league. But have you seen how the Fever play when they're on fire? They can beat anyone. Plus, there's the fairy tale factor. Imagine this. A rookie arrives, transforms a losing team into champions, all while revolutionizing the game and drawing unprecedented attention to the league. It would be a Hollywood-worthy story. What do you think? Is it a crazy dream, or is there a real chance? Can Caitlin Clark's magic truly take the Fever to the top of the WNBA in her rookie season? Thanks for sticking around until the end. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to stay in the loop on all things WNBA, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you never miss out on the latest updates and analysis. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I always love hearing from you. Stay tuned, and I'll catch you in the next video.